Hi guys, welcome to COMP100 Assignment number 2. This is just a quick video today to have a look at step number 7, which is where we calculate all of the indirect expenses for the various facilities at the Sun Valley Tourism Resort. So we can see here in step 7, if we jump to our spreadsheet, following through all of the instructions that lead up to this point, we should have a spreadsheet where we filled out all of our costs up the top here. And we filled out our planned indirect expenses down here in the cell range B18 through B23. So the next step is to calculate the indirect expenses for the individual facilities here. So I'm going to use the example for cell B8, which calculates the administrative expense for the banquet room. So we can see here we've got our formula. It's the administrative expenses multiplied by the banquet net total revenue divided by the resort total net revenue. So we're going to calculate this in cell B8 by using a custom formula, and we can see here that I've already entered that formula into the spreadsheet here. So B18 corresponds to the administrative expenses, B4 is our total net revenue for the banquet room, and I4 is the total net revenue for the resort. So we can see by implementing that formula and hitting enter here, we get the result that we're after. So we get $18,582.10. Now we have to repeat this process for all of the columns in this row. Now the easiest way to do this is to use the fill handle, which is this little square at the bottom of the cell. So if I grab this and fill across, we can see that it's actually copied the formula over, but we have a bit of a problem with our formula. If I click on here, we can see that instead of referencing the administrative expense cell, it's actually been moved across, and it's referencing the cell C18, and we can see instead of referencing the total net revenue, I4, it's actually referencing J4. So you can see because we've shifted it across, it's actually shifted all of the cell references within the formula across one column. Now that's not what we want to do because obviously we don't get the answer that we require. So in order to fix this problem up, if we go back to our original formula, we have to do what's called anchoring. And we need to actually anchor the cells that don't move in position. So when we click and drag across, their column isn't updated with regard to the new position. And we do this by using the $sign. So if we want to anchor the column, we put a $sign in front of the column reference. And if we want to anchor the row, which we do in this case, we actually put a $sign in front of the row number in the formula. And we repeat that process for I4 as well. So we can see here that we have the exact same result as before, but when I click on the fill handle and drag across, it actually calculates the result that we want. So if we click on that cell, we can see here that it's actually updated the C4 cell, which is what we're after for the business centre, but it's left the total net revenue cell and the administrative expense cell unchanged because it's been anchored in position. So we can repeat that process right across the worksheet here, across all columns for the administrative indirect expense, and it calculates all of those as we require. So that's the process you need to follow for each of those different indirect expenses, and then simply using the sum function, we can add those up to get our totals, and we need to use an appropriate formula in our total indirect expenses row there to calculate the totals for those. So thanks for looking in, guys, and I hope that helps you out with your second assignment.